Angeles. And guys, for Los Angeles, they've taken this season by storm. Already great chemistry. The guys have their timing down. It's like they never went on break. And that's a testament to the leadership on this team, keeping everyone focused early on. Here in the early part of the season, Kenny, we've already seen a few teams outperform expectations. What can they do to keep rolling?
Just keep playing to your strengths, and you never let up. You can't change what you're doing now. It's working.
It's that simple.
It's that simple.
And to add on to what my good friend Kenny was saying, but you didn't say anything.
Yes,
Kenny
I did.
said something. All right, anyway, can't get overconfident like you're doing right now. Even though you're winning, you keep looking for things that you can do better.
Man.
And you are my good friend, Ernie. I love you.
Thanks, Shaq. Now, let's send it over to Kevin Harlan.
Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, Hall of Fame sideline reporter is David Aldridge, and we're happy to have with us one of the great two-way players in the history of the game, Kevin Garnett. KG, welcome.
Thank you.
How's that headset feel? Feel pretty good?
Man, this is I never knew, Kev. It's a great fit, bro.
It's not too bad,
Is this mine?
Yeah, it's yours, and you look good in it.
Thank you, bro.
This Boston crowd ready to roar in this Eastern Conference matchup for the Celtics. Listening to the value you placed in preparation, practice to you was obviously important.
Practice to me was very important. Preparing was very important. You know, scouting reports, being clear, understanding rotation, understanding what the goal was, understanding the plan. Like, I took all that to heart because I had to be the relayer of that. I had to articulate that to players. I had to be the one in pick and rolls calling out the coverages and stuff. And if I didn't know that, then, you know, Rondo, the guards, they didn't know.
So they were going to get blasted.
So I had to be on top of that. So that was part of the responsibility, one of my responsibilities of just being a professional and being ready to play.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Jay. The quick is out there with Smooth. And it's Garbage Man. And it's Big Dog. And at the 4. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Here's the quick. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. To the paint. Here's Rodriguez. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
The pass to Rodriguez. Pass to the monster. 5 on the clock. That one a little long for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Kevin, looking back at all the discussion and interviews over the years, you make a lot of analogies to food. Are you a foodie at heart?
Oh my God, Kev, I am not a foodie.
Really?
Kev, I eat to live.
Well, you know about it.
You know, I eat to live, but I don't want to fool you. I eat to live. Listen, sometimes I forget to eat. Is that bad? Is that bad?
Well, as hard as you work, there's probably a lot on your mind. I can get that.
Listen, I like to. A big plate of food scares me. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to keep going on that analogy. You know, a bunch of food. No, I don't want to keep going on that one. Just know that I'm not a foodie. But when I explain things, I like to articulate things where people can understand it. So I use food right away.
Good way to connect the dots.
A little bit. Yeah. You know, parallels in life and food are very similar, man. Good.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Down low. Here's Rodriguez. And Boston with the rebound. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And two teams at vastly different ends of the standings last year, but they played each other to a draw.
And there's the foul. It'll go on the captain. That's his first foul. And Kevin, terrific footwork. So critical for an elite big man to be great. It's like you can't be that big and that good and not have good footwork, right?
You know what? Part of being that good is that you have, good footwork.
Yes.
A lot of the counters, a lot of the post work, you're opening up. You having to use the backboard. That's a certain way you got to open up to be able to get that shot off. If you're left-handed, you got to be able to do it both ways. It's very complex, but footwork is a big part of it. You have to have it. It's impeccable, and the ones that don't have it struggle.
Here's Rodriguez after the basket by Los Angeles. Passes it to the dude. Releases. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Los Angeles leading by 6. First quarter of action. Just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Rodriguez. Clock at 6. There's the pass to Garbage Man. To the middle. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. It's rebounded by Hayes. For Boston, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. The shot by Rodriguez, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Kev, talk about the characteristics needed to be a winner in this league.
Appetite. How much do you want? You push through that pain right there. Or you're going to dive on the floor. You're going to do the small things. Or you're going to double down. Or you're going to be in the spot when you're supposed to be there. Know my bads. All this goes into winning. And then you need a little luck. You do. And you need an appetite. You need 15 guys that's willing to push through anything at any moment. That's the difficult part of winning.
On the same page.
On the same page, all 15 thinking the same thing.
It sounds daunting.
Listen, people think that, oh, man, why can't you have 15? Because it's 15 guys thinking 15 totally different things. And that's the difficult part of being a coach. That's what I'm saying. Being a coach is one of the hardest things to be because you got to take 15 perspectives and get them all on one and then go forward with the same velocity like you want to. It's frustrating.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately is really unbelievable.
Man, this is a joke. Right? I mean, there have been some glimpses of hope, but they've been few and far between.
Some changes for Boston. Slim comes in for Thunder. And Baddest One subbed in for the Dude. And then for Los Angeles, the Bulldozer comes in for Big Dog. And it's the Wizard in for Smooth. Now here's Rodriguez. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's the Monster, guarded by Vasquez. Puts one up from 19. No good off the back of the rim.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
It's tipped. Taken away by Rodriguez. To the left side wing. The Quick. And the lead now. Double digits on that bucket. The Quick's got 7.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Slim passes to Rodriguez. And 1:01 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Maverick. Here's the Monster. 4 on the shot clock. Lost it. No good that time either. Los Angeles leading by 11 from 20 feet out. Can't get it to go. Here's the Monster, guarded by Vasquez. And the shot goes in. The Monster's got his first points of the night.
Look, he's not an easy man to defend. He'll get his points one way or another.
Passes it to the Quick. To the paint. A nice shot by Rodriguez. 10 points for him.
Oh, great ball movement there. Rodriguez feeling it out a bit.
The pass to the monster. From 13, that one doesn't drop. And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead of 11 points to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Yeah, closing down the lane, closing out on perimeter shooters. Interesting first quarter.
And so it's Rodriguez with it. He brings it up for Boston. They trail by 11. Kevin, you've said that 18-year-olds should be able to enter the NBA draft. If you had a son that was good enough to be drafted, had a chance to go play at a big-time college basketball program, would you feel any differently, or you'd probably take that same approach?
You know, every situation is different.
I know it is.
And I would like to think that whatever his appetite and whatever I felt like he was prepared to be ready for. You know, none of it's easy, and it's going to be hard either way. I would just look to take advantage of opportunities versus having to stop and go other places. If I can go straight to somewhere versus having to stop, I'm going to go straight to the destination. I'm not going to stop.
And maybe trust the example that you've set for him for those 18 years at home being under your roof.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then being able to say that I had you under my roof, basically trained you for this moment here. And then now it's up to the individual, you know. Take him to the water, here's your opportunity, what you going to do with it.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Garbage man out there with Jay. And there's the bulldozer. And it's the wizard. And it's the quick in at the 1 spot. Boston trails by 11. And Kevin, you think about all the individual accolades you won, the MVP, the Defensive Player of the Year award. Where does the title NBA champion rank on your personal list?
Being an NBA champion is everything. If I didn't win any of that individual stuff, I would be totally fine with just being an NBA champion.
Off target with the open look.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Rodriguez passes to Garbage Man. Here's the quick. He's got 7. Vasquez kicks to Rodriguez. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. Rodriguez has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Los Angeles. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. Well, we'll see what they run coming out of this.
Comes in for the Monster. And then for Los Angeles, Big Dog, he's checked in for Garbage Man. And Smooth subbed in for the Quick. Boston, no good that time either. Los Angeles leading by 13. And the type of leader you are, Kevin, the idea of coaching must have crossed your mind at some time. Am I right or no?
Oh, no. Listen, I like to think.
Too much?
You know what? You have to have a certain patience with coaching. I like to think of myself as a teacher. I like to think of myself as being able to articulate certain things about the game, having a high IQ, being able to translate that from, how I'm thinking to showing you those are the things that enthusiastic about, some stuff I want to show about. I don't have any enthusiasm about being out here, X's and O's, drawing up a play. That, man, being a coach is a huge responsibility.
And if they couldn't match your intensity, I'm sure that would frustrate you as a coach, right?
You have to understand that not matching my intensity, but getting a goal done. How you go about something is your way. As long as we're here to reach the same goal.
Yes.
I can't tell you how hard to do something, but I will hope that you would do it hard enough to where it was preventative or however hard it took to reach the goal. And, I've always said that if I'm able to teach someone and get them to work with me, I would hope that they would put some velocity in it in the hopes in which I win at it. That's the only way you got to go at it.
Well said. Here is Slim. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Diaz, the pass to Hayes. Nice ball movement by Boston. From deep three-point range, it is good in the Los Angeles leads, cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from the dude. And KG, as many points as you scored in your career, how much pride did you take in your defensive play?
I like to think that it's respected. I didn't play. I like to think that when I got to Boston, I made more of a added effort to play defense. In Minnesota, I had such a responsibility on the offensive side that you don't ever save yourself. You don't save yourself from anything. But I would have to find ways of when I come out of the game. Immediate ice stuff, stuff that I could use to try to, get any type of rest. I know Flip was going to use me in 2 or 3 minute segments, so I would probably have 3 to 4 minutes of rest and then have to get right back out. But when I got to Boston, obviously, we had a deeper team, a better team, and Doc Rivers did a great job, I felt like, of listening to me. I was listening to my body, but more importantly, we have offensive scores. I wanted to be more of the head of our defense. I wanted to be the one to be talking. Rondo and I had an immediate chemistry with that. It was something that it was natural between the two of us, and I think everybody else followed. Tibbs threw some schemes on top of some of the stuff that we was able to bring. Doc was open to some of the different ideas, scheme-wise, and the rest is history. Next thing you know, Cleveland is running out stuff. LeBron goes to Miami. Now Miami's running out stuff. Right. Next thing you know, Miami beats us with our stuff. It's evolution. Right. It's evolution. It's evolution, man. If I sit here and go through it and you sit back and go and watch it, you're like, holy snap. Wow, it's the same look. They bringing the guy over, post up. Yeah, so, shout out to everybody and us innovating and bringing that defense, and shout to Tibbs, right.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
Vasquez passes to the Bulldozer. Now Rodriguez. Vasquez surveying the floor. Pass to Big Guy. Inside. Second chance shot. Misses at the rim.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Here's baddest one. He is still scoreless so far in this one. Rodriguez passes to Slim. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. To the inside. And the layup's good off the glass. And Los Angeles leads by 12.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
Now here's Hayes. Pass to Rodriguez. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Rodriguez has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Smooth passes to Vasquez. 1:44 left here in the second. Passes to the Bulldozer. Off target from outside. Boston trails by 12. Here's baddest one. To the middle. A nice shot by Rodriguez.
I like that big play. I mean, you can see how easy it makes it for him to get to the cup.
KG, I wanted to give you a special thanks for joining us, helping us with the call tonight. You always have a seat at this table to broadcast any of our games.
Oh, man, thank you, man. I appreciate you letting me come through, man. It was an honor, man, seriously.
We'll do it again soon.
Let me know, man.
That's
Let me
KG.
know.
That's the great Kevin Garnett.
My dog.
And Chris, one of the things that's really cool, getting to watch KG develop as a player and now develop as an analyst.
Well, it's fun having gone through the position where KG is. I know that it's not as an easy transition as he's making it look, but he has knowledge of the game. He is definitely one of the best defenders of our era. He's a winner, and so it's great to hear his insight anytime you can. But Luke Walton, he's definitely a coach players like to play for. I mean, it helps that he was a player not too long ago. Both stars and role players appreciate the candor and the opportunity he provides them.
The Monsters checked in for baddest one. Garbage Man, he's checked in for Los Angeles. The Quick comes in for the Wizard. Here is Garbage Man. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. There's the pass to Big Dog. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Banked in off the glass. And Los Angeles leads by 12. And with Walton, you hear players talk about the leeway that he allows them.
And that extra bit of trust Walton gives goes a long way. It's why so many rookies have been able to flourish under him. Young players develop when you let them learn on the fly, and Walton has done a good job in creating that environment.
Pass to Garbage Man. Basket good.
A heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Mavericks checked in for Boston. On the free throw, no good. Boston trails by 14. Here's the dude. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Passes it to Maverick. To the left wing. 5 on the clock. Here's the monster. And again, it's Boston converted.
And I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway, but he sure can make it count.
Here's the Quick. He's got 7. Down low. Here's Smooth. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And guys, for Los Angeles, Kenny, what's your take?
Getting after it in the paint, moving bodies, attacking the rim, scoring at will. Sometimes teams try to hurt you with the 3-ball. They went right for the heart of the defense. Look at them to keep pounding it inside and staying physical.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA, over.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Unbelievable the way he dominated that offensive glass in those first 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
So important to have someone out there creating second chance opportunities. He took care of those duties in the first half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. The Monster out there with the captain, and there's Maverick, and it's Thunder, and it's the dude in at the 3. That's the Boston 5.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now here's Rodriguez. The pass to Big Dog, and he uses the glass on the layup. And Los Angeles leads by 18.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
To the middle, it's deflected. Here's the Monster, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. NBA offenses have always been complex, and they always are evolving, but C-Web, the movement and precision now seems to be at another level. Would you agree?
You know what, Kev, I disagree a little bit with that. You know, having played in different teams with some complex offenses, it's still all the basics. You still have the old flex offense, and that's nothing but what Utah, Karl Malone and John Stockton used some 20 years ago. You still have triangle principles, which is what Jordan and Pippen used some 20, 25 years ago. And if you really want to go back to the Bob Cousy days when he played with Bill Russell, you still have a lot of throwing it into the post and cutting off of it. I think the players have evolved and the players' skill sets are better. But as far as offensive sets, I don't see that much has changed, except how do you execute them, and can you execute them with having the right position players with the correct skill set on the floor at the time that you're calling the play.
I love your honest appraisal. Austin with the ball after the basket by Los Angeles. Maverick. Pass to Rodriguez. He kicks to Hayes. Here's the dude. Takes the 13-footer. That one wide left.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Inside, here's the Monster, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Fellas, that's just like it's supposed to work. Don't give the D a chance to set up. Solid start to the half for them. 3 of 4 from the field.
Los Angeles leading by 12. Rodriguez outside. Pass to Garbage Man. Pass to Big Dog. Here is Garbage Man. Hayes with the steal. All going up court, and Hayes throws it down.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
They needed it. The game was threatening to get out of hand until they finally kicked it into gear.
Here is Garbage Man. From 10 feet out, the shot by Rodriguez, no good. And here's Boston. Big stretch here going 10-2. Back to Rodriguez. Here's the Monster. 9 points in the game so far. Takes the 13-footer, and Rodriguez pulls it down. Rodriguez has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
Talk about a coach who gets the most out of his guys and what he has to work with. I mean, that's none other than Brad Stevens. I mean, he's done it for years. First in college, now on the greatest level.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. And talking about Stevens, many people were shocked when he received 0 votes from his peers for Coach of the Year.
Well, yeah, I think people just got used to his style. And it's not just the great scheme that he has. He does a fantastic, subtle job of motivating players and keeping everyone focused.
Changes for Boston. Slimy's checked in for Hayes, and Battiswan subbed in for Rodriguez. And then for Los Angeles, the Bulldozer comes in for Big Dog, and it's the Wizard in for Smooth. The Dude passes to Slim. Poked away. Rodriguez outside. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Boston trails by 13. Now the pass to the Monster. Nice ball movement by Boston. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Fires at the elbow. And he hits the bucket. 10 points for the Dude.
He's one of the guys having a solid game for them, but as a whole, they've been lacking.
The quick pass it to the Bulldozer. Kicks it to Vasquez. And here is Rodriguez. That shot is off. Here's the Monster, guarded by Vasquez. The Monster passes to Diaz. And it's blocked. 1:36 left to play in the third. Pass to the Quick. Misses. And it's Boston the other way. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. The Dude passes to the Monster. Passes it to the Dude. From the stripe. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Rodriguez has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's the Quick. He's got 14. The Bulldozer passes to Garbage Man. Pass to Rodriguez. Los Angeles with another miss.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. To the inside. Got a piece of it. To end the drought, and that one is hammered home.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. I mean, he's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Here's the Monster. An amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer.
That is as big a shot as you are ever.
And so it's Los Angeles, holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We've got more in store for you right after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Jay Wizard out there with the Quick. And there's the Bulldozer. And it's Garbage Man in at the center position. The personalities in this game, Chris, is such a big part of what makes the NBA so entertaining.
Oh, think about our boy Draymond Green, for those of you that don't know Day-Day. But Draymond Green, his personality is not only great for his team, but also for us fans when we see him on the court. How about Embiid Mr. Personality on social media. You love it. And how about Jaylen Brown with his wise ways on the chessboard, the most interesting basketball player in the world. So all of these guys are exciting, fun personalities to watch.
The first one falls. Boston making some changes. Thunder comes in for Maverick, and Rodriguez is subbed in for the Dude. Big Dog, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Smooth check in for the Quick. Here's the bulldozer. Now the pass to Garbage Man. Shot clock at 5. Shoots a fader. And Boston with the rebound. Here's Baddest one. Knocked loose. Pass to Slim. Here's the monster. And it's Big Dog with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Austin with the ball. A 12-point game. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 5. And there's the foul, and it's on Garbage Man. That is his first foul of the game. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Rodriguez outside. Clock at 4. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
Los Angeles leading by 10. Passes it to the bulldozer. Here is Garbage Man. And there's the pass to Big Dog. Now here's Vasquez. He's tightly guarded. Clancy. Los Angeles with another miss.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
To the middle. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Look at this. I like this. Team basketball. Keeping the ball moving until they find the right shot.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about is the rotation. There's a lot of miscommunication out there. Sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens was talking about with his players. He was not pleased. He said, you guys look dead out there. Told them they've got to play with more activity. And then he said, this is not going to cut it. I have to see who's going to step it up. Guys.
Los Angeles calls timeout. See, Rob, I think of when you entered the league and how much the league has changed since your entry. In your mind, going back to your rookie year, I'm I'm sure you can count many ways that the NBA has improved the game.
Yeah, and the NBA to me has always been a step ahead. It's been a leader as far as where sports in general should go. I mean, we're truly a global game. Just imagine where the game is going to be in 20 years. The growth of overall player salary, the value of franchises. And to me, again, the biggest improvement has just been the evolution of players. It's been thanking a guy like Larry Bird, who was 6'9", shooting threes, and today we have Kevin Durant, 7-foot shooting threes. This players getting better. The dribbling of Isaiah Thomas back in the Piston days to the dribbling of Curry, Kyrie, John Wall. Today, it's the evolution of the players to me that's been so exciting, along with the growth of the league overall.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Vasquez. To the inside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And now look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, then on Friday. Boston trails by 10. Rodriguez outside. Out to the right wing. Here's the monster. And the lead is down inside single digits. The Monster's got 10 points in just the second half. Vasquez passes to the Bulldozer. Here is Garbage Man. Big stolen. Now here's Rodriguez, guarded by Vasquez. Here's the monster. He doesn't hit that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They led by as many as 18 points.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Mavericks checked in for Boston. The dude comes in for baddest one. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Rodriguez is checked in. That free throw good from Hayes. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Smooth passes to Vasquez. Down low. Here's Rodriguez. Lays it up and banks it in. And Los Angeles leads by 6.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Passes it to the monster. Here's the teardrop. And the layup is up and in. The Monster's got 5 points in the quarter.
How about this run there in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
Terrific D at one end and some clutch shots at the other. Great stretch.
And the pass to Rodriguez. Fade away. And Boston with the rebound. The Monsters got 4 rebounds in this game. Rodriguez right side. Pass to the Monster. And a great assist by Rodriguez as that one goes in. Rodriguez has got 3 assists now in this one. Rodriguez with it. Hayes on him. And that one is good. 20 points for Jay. And here's Boston. They're on a 14-6 run. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter of this one. They get it back. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads, but down to 2 on the bucket from Maverick.
And there's no quit when it comes to battling there until the final whistle. What a putback.
The deeper the crunch time we get, the harder he's going to work on the offensive glass.
Here's Clancy. Rodriguez passes it to Vasquez. And Boston with the rebound. A big-time possession here.
Yeah, and their hearts must be going 100 miles an hour right now.
Knocked away. Pass to the monster. To tie it up. Sinks it. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Guys separate themselves by how they perform in clutch situations. Give this man his props.
And so Luke Walton decides to call timeout. McQuicky's checked in for the Wizard. Now here's Rodriguez. There's the pass to the Quick. It's in!
And they do have a foul to give.
Now timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 2. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this?
Yeah, Greg, I'd say you go for that. You try to get that big 3. That'll win you the game.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rodriguez outside. Pass to the monster. No good. And an intentional foul right there. Los Angeles calls timeout. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
He's stepping to the line knowing he has a chance to seal the deal, and he doesn't.
And so Brad Stevens decides to call timeout. Guys, your thoughts?
Man, this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole. It's hard to climb out of.
They can only blame themselves. A few missed opportunities, some miscues that they'd like to have back. It all adds up.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Effect for me. Ooh, that's going to also be a breezy day.
Yes.
Good to be with you on this spirited occasion. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. And tonight, it'll be Orlando going up against the home team. Taking a look at this home squad, this is not how they envision the start of the season. It's still very early, but they have to be worried about how they're matching up against other clubs. The inconsistent effort level. They could really use a win tonight for their confidence. And already the grind of the new season starting to show. Shaq, how do you stay fresh for the long haul, both as a player and as just a massive individual?
Veteran guys, you got to know how to pace yourself. And minute restrictions, you know, it really has become a bigger part of the game.
Yeah, I agree. So, you know, injury histories always taken into account now. This is why you have to develop depth.
How do you stay fresh for the long haul?
Oh, man, I have this drink I put together.
Oh, really? What is it?
Oh, yeah. It's a little, like, I take tomatoes, right? And I squish them up, and it gets real like tomato sauce.
Uh-huh.
And I put that in. And then I take kale salad. I put that in.
What are you making, spaghetti?
I put ginger in it.
Yeah.
Put that in. I put a little cayenne pepper in, and a little bell pepper.
Sounds disgusting.
Ernie, he's making lasagna over there.
Sounds disgusting.
Can I get some of your lasagna?
Oh, man, it's the pepper. It makes you pep up.
Yeah, that'll do it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome, everyone. We have a very special treat for you here. No trick. It's the NBA on Halloween. It's a special October 31st matchup. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. We've got Orlando and the home team. Well, Smitty, like you, it's always fun to see the NBA players getting into the Halloween spirit. LeBron James, known for his Halloween parties. We've had the chance to be invited. Unfortunately, we've not been able to attend. Did you and your teammates ever used to celebrate Halloween together or any holiday together?
Yeah, a lot of times you do. And then the great thing, like you said about Halloween, you have those Halloween parties. You get a chance to see your teammates dressed up, their kids, their family, their wives. It's always fun to see somebody come in with that outfit that you get a chance to laugh about the entire year.
I remember the time you came in a kilt. That was a great outfit. I love that outfit.
You? I don't remember.
Yeah. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for Orlando, the chosen one out there with buckets. Then there's the Miracle Man, and there's B-Train, and it's Baller in at the 3 spot. There's B-Train. He had 13 points in the win against Orlando.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's the quick. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Whether it's scoring, passing, or just acting as a decoy, his value to this team cannot be understated.
Knocked loose. Here's the mayor. Here's shake and bake. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Two shots.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Got a piece of it. to the left side wing, to the inside, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's the quick. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Here's Miracle Man. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Orlando shooting their first free throws of the game. Down the first one. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
He wanted to get his team the lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up.
Pass the ball. With the floater. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And the pass to Shaken. Passes to the mate. Here's the dude. Just 5 to shoot. Tries a 3. Orlando grabs the miss.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
But hey, it's a different season, and anything can happen.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Pass to the quick. There's Shake and Bake. And he can't bank that one in. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. I asked him what reasons he cited for their disappointing record so far. He said, it's not so easy to put a finger on. I think we may lack the killer instinct of some of the better clubs. We haven't displayed the confidence to finish teams off even when we have them on the ropes. It's been a rough year for them, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Buckets. The offensive rebound. And he makes good on the layup.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
To the paint. Here's Tolliver. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, analytics is in the NBA to stay. In fact, it's expanding every season. Do players pay as much attention, do you think, to the advanced statistics as the coaches in the front office and the talent evaluators do?
You know, I think players more and more, Kevin, now are looking at these numbers and trying to see where they can get better at in different areas. Shooting too. They use those numbers when it's an advantage for them during contract time. They definitely run right to those analytics and say the reason why they should be paid more. So, but I still think the coaching staff in the front office has a heavily balanced and using it more than players.
Using them selectively is what you're saying.
To their advantage.
Yeah. Catching up on the changes for Orlando. The closers checked in for Miracle Man, and it's Tiny in for buckets. Tolliver hits them both. Orlando leading by 4. Now the pass to the closer. Here's the chosen one. Passes it to Ball. Goes back up. And it's Mikado with the rebound. Gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Tolliver with the bucket.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Here's Tiny, 11 points last game. B-Train. Clock at 6. Second chance effort. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Shake and Bake's checked in for D. .112 left in the first. Has to win. Here's the dude from deep. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Tiny. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. For Orlando, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this one.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
The first free throw is good. Both. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first. The pass to the dude. Twenty feet out. Misses off the left iron. For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against Orlando.
And boy, did that game nearly get away from them, but they were a little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
They were extremely lucky. I think they took their opponent for granted a little, and it nearly cost them.
Here's the quick. His last outing, he had 8 points. And here we go. There's the closer, and it's McConnell with the rebound.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Orlando out in front, up by 4. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
About 33% not happy with their play on that end. On the court for Orlando, we've got the chosen one, B-Train out there with Baller, and it's the closer. And it's Wynn in at the 2. There's Shake and Bake. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Steve, you know there are so many ways you can impact the game at crunch time, but there are certain guys, as you also know, that thrive on taking that last shot.
Yeah, Damian Lillard is one of those guys. They call it Dame time. James Harden, Kyrie, you look at Steph Curry. These guys have the basketball in their hands. They want to take the last shot. Kevin Durant, the greats, Russell Westbrook, they want it in their hands to be able to decide the outcome of the game, and they want it all on their shoulders.
And he's good on the second. Orlando leading by 3. Passes it to B-Train. Fires from 14. No good. That's miss number 2 against 3 makes from the field. Has to win. But 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
The defense disrespected his range. He goes ahead and buries it.
Here's Orlando now. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Here's Baller. Off the inbound. No good. There's shake and bake. And there's the pass to the dude. Now, here's McConnell. Inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. McConnell's got his first 2 points.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here.
And as of late, they have not looked good at all. Actually, they've been dominating.
And the worst part, they're starting to get down on themselves. Really need that one big play to spark some life back into them. He's checked in for Orlando. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Win the pass to the closer. Passes it to Win. Kept alive Orlando. Count that bucket.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Pass to the main. Over to the left wing. There's shake and bake. Just 5 to shoot. The Mayor gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
The pass to Buckets. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Passes to Win. There's B-Train. Orlando moving the ball around. Pulls up. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Got a nice 3-of-3 to start the second. Here's Tiny. Pass to the dude. And the foul on the closer. That's his first foul. D, he's checked in for shake and bake. And a switcher also for Orlando. Miracle Man, he's checked in for Ball. Here's the dude, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. First one falls for him. And Steve, looking at KD's move, the Isaiah Thomas trade, what level of loyalty is there now between players and teams?
You know, I think it comes down to, I know people get upset when, per se, like the Kevin Durant move, but he was a free agent, so he was allowed to move. I think when it comes a little tricky, when you have guys traded, that's when you start to see the players starting to see where they sometimes don't think the organization have loyalty, but sometimes, and you can see organizations a lot of times is just looking to make their teams better, but it really comes down to a trade when the loyalty starts to be questioned.
It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2. To the middle. Here's Miracle Man. Good. Miracle Man's got his second basket of the night.
Soft interior defense. You know he's going to be aggressive.
Here's Tiny. The pass to the dude. Pass to the mate. He kicks it to Tolliver. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Orlando trails by 3 to the paint. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
You see he's feeling it now. Shot looks much more in sync this quarter.
Gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Win the pass to the main. To the middle. It's stolen. Left in the first half. Ball's not loose. Here's Buckets. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. In a mediocre 41% in this one. Tolliver the pass to the main. Tries it from 9. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. The Mayor's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Pass to Miracle Man. 1:22 left to play in the first half. It's good. This game is all even. Miracle Man's got 8 points.
What a valuable asset to the offense, having a big with that kind of range.
The chosen one, he's checked in for Orlando. We've got 1:18 left now here in the second. The pass to Win. Down low. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
The defense looks done right now. No hustle or real desire to get stops.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
And it's McConnell with the rebound.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Win the pass to the chosen one. And it's McConnell with the rebound. McConnell's got his 6th rebound on the night. And he drops it in from the low post. The Quick's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
Here's the chosen one. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Passes it to Beecham. 1 second left. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The home team up by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with head coach Quinn Snyder. Coach, what adjustments are you going to do in the second half?
You just got to keep playing, keep taking the shots, and that's not the issue as much as us not executing on offense. When we don't score, sometimes our defense lags as well.
Everybody wants to see the ball go in the basket first, right? Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello! You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here at this beautiful table. This is a beautiful table.
This is oak?
That is. I think it's teak.
Oh, teak.
There's Shaq. There's Kenny.
Polished oak.
That's teak. Very nice. Very nice.
You mean antique?
No, it's just teak.
Teak.
I have an antique.
Taking a look at this home squad. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, the shooting accuracy was on point. It was good play calling, of course, by the coaching staff, but it was great execution by the team.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. The second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box outs, battling for position, they owned the offensive boards.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. It's been quite a game for Miracle Man.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
Defensively coming in, you know he's going to be tough to stop, but I'm still waiting to see a plan to even contain him.
Here's the quick. Shake and bake out there with the dude. Then there's the mayor. Then there's the quick. And it's Tolliver in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. Baller pass it to Miracle Man. That's tipped. And they're on the break. Here's the mayor. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. The mayor's got 7 points in the game.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's B-Train. They get the rebound. Got a piece of it. And he recovers it. And he recovers it. Buries it from three-point range. The chosen one's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's the shot they were looking for. After 3 straight misses coming out of the break, let's see if that sparks a rally.
The dude passes to the main. Here's the quick. 6 to shoot. Pass to Shaken. From beyond the arc. Orlando grabs the miss. B-Train's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Miracle Man. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 10 points for him.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Yes, in the first minute or so, you knock down a couple shots. You are in rhythm.
Here is Tolliver. He has 6. The shot missing.
Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
On Friday and then on Saturday. For Orlando, they have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. The quick pass it to the main. Here's Shake and Bake. pass to the main. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Just 2 to shoot. Here's the quick.
And with that miss, shooting only 20% coming out of the break. Ouch.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Miracle Man, the pass to Buckets. Inside. Here's Miracle Man. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
There's shake and bake. Here's the quick. Trying to end the drought. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And this is a guy that can get you stopped. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
There's B-Train. That one drops for him. And it's a 5-point Orlando lead.
What I'm trying to figure out, why was their defense so much more suffocating in the first half? This does not look like the same team at all.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many.
Will make substitutions. Pass to Shaken. Here's the quick. Will it go? McConnell. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Orlando leading by 3. Win the pass to Miracle Man. Here's Baller. And it's McConnell with the rebound. McConnell's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Orlando, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. The closer passes to Miracle Man. Here's Baller. And it's McConnell with the rebound. McConnell's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Well, Orlando shooting 44% on their field goal attempts in quarter 3. Over to the wing. 1:14 left to play in the third. There's the closer, and that one good. The closer's got 8.
Strong move at the rim. Overpowers the smaller defender.
Pass to the quick. To the paint.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. 3 seconds left in the third. 6 to shoot. And the pass to Wynn beyond the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Tiny's got the lead up to 6 now for Orlando.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next one.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
Watched 3 so far in this one. Orlando out in front as they end the third quarter with a massive 16-6 run. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here, looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. So on the floor for Orlando, they've got buckets. Waller is out there with the closer. Then there's the miracle man, and it's Wynn in at the point guard.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Passes it to the quick. Here's the mayor. Pass to Wynn. And the miracle man is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. The dude, he's checked in for the man. Orlando also making some changes. B-Train comes in for Miracle Man. And it's the chosen one in for buckets. Orlando leading by 6. Here's the chosen one. B-Train passes to the chosen one. Swiped it away. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. There's the pass to the quick. Fires from 14. There's McConnell. Passes it to Shaken. Count it from 12.
Big shot. As soon as he got an opening, boy, did he let it fly.
He doesn't need a second invitation. If the D's going to give him that much room, he'll jump at the chance to take the hero shot.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of waves. That's why his number keeps getting called.
D, he's checked in for Miracle Man.
Find the lane. Find the lane. 1 shot.
Here's the quick. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's the dude. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Shaken Bake.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Here's the chosen one. Takes the 3. The shot, no good. Here's the dude. Here's the quick. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Well, you see the excellent skill set. And this is when you want to make an impact.
You're totally right. Fourth quarter, tight game. This is when the true ballers step up.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Yeah, I mean, just wants to make sure everybody's on the same page here going forward.
You know, sometimes the best way to approach it, let your guys know what they're doing well and give them one or two things that they could have done better.
Update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys.
Gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. To the right side. 6 on the shot clock. The dude passes to Shaken. Up and in on the layup. Shaken Bake's got 10 points in just the second half.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Yeah, and the rim protection, not there. You expect someone to at least come over and contest.
That one goes in. 6 points for Bowling.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Here's the quick. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Pass to Win. Here's Shaken Bake. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Out to the right wing. Here's Baller. Got a hand on it. And he recovers it. Good. Baller's got 8 points here in this quarter.
What a huge boost he's giving them here. 4 or 5 in this fourth quarter has come up big.
Win the pass to the quick. Shoots from 12. The shot, no good.
And that was an easy one there. Just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
13 feet away. It's hauled in by Tolliver. Tolliver's got 5 rebounds tonight. Shaken Bake passes to Tolliver. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
When the defense is non-existent like they were there, it's pretty easy to score like he did.
And there's the pass to Beasley. That's no good. That miss makes him 5 for 11 from the field. Pass to Tolliver. To the inside. The dude. That shot, no good. And Orlando will come the other way. 3-pointer. No good. Shot missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage play.
Here's Tiny. Pass Passes to the dude. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the quick. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Here's B-Train. The teardrop falls in. B-Train's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The beauty of the teardrop, very difficult to really contest.
Here's the quick. Pass to the dude. There's shake and bake. And the pass to the dude. Orlando grabs the miss, and so they choose to intentionally foul. The mayor is checked in for Tiny. And a switcher also for Orlando. Buckets is checked in for Tiny. Here's the chosen one. There's the steal.
And this is not a time to be patient with the basketball.
Yeah, for sure. They need a quick score and a foul just to have a team.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
The chosen one. 2 shots.
2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Every little bit helps. Outstanding work hitting those free throws.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. Guys, what's your take?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole. It's hard to climb out of.
You know, this part of the game, focus on good execution. The rest will take care of itself.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, B-Train.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. And Orlando making a change here. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game. And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. Guys, what do you think?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
They need to work on getting a clean, quality look from the perimeter here. That should be their focus.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Can't hit the corner 3. And now we've got the intentional foul. Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Here's Black Hole. Tolliver the pass to the main. Off target from the wing.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shots in.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
Ups on the kid, I'll bust.